Yo, what's up, man? If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Mwai. If it's not your first time seeing me, what's up? It's your boy Mwai. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, it's actually been a while. I can't lie. Like, I did go silent for a few months, man. So, apologies for that, man. But I want to give you all an update on my life, bro. I want to give you all a little update on my life, man. As you can see from the title, a few things have changed indeed, indeed. So yeah, if you've been following along, you already know I used to live in Cape Town. I moved to Joburg. There's been a lot of changes in my life, man. I took some time away from just posting everything. I wanted to kind of get myself together, get my life together, man. Moved to Joburg like 2 months ago, the beginning of September. I was running my business, my clothing business, Try Hard, as you know. That's in the title of the video. But yeah, also there was just a lot of issues with like manufacturing and all of those different things, the manufacturer being international, them upping the prices on us, us trying to switch manufacturers, us realizing that manufacturer wasn't good, us coming back to this manufacturer having to pay this much off. It was a lot, James. It was a lot, but I'm gonna get into more detail about that, man. On top of that, with my actual passion, the music, right, I was already on and off with that because when I was in Cape Town, I felt as though there was no like clear path for me to develop and grow and really go out with the music. And the plan was to go to somewhere more in line with the music, like Joburg or Atlanta, right? Joburg was supposed to be like the place where I finally locked in with the music and really just pushed hard and like went up and everything like that. But by the time I got in here, I was already too locked in with the brand, spending too much time running the brand, getting these things together. It was a lot. So I didn't really have time to focus on my actual passion, which was the music, man. So yeah, as you can see by the title, I've given up on my brand, man. I want to give you all the truth about Try Hard and my experience running it. Sorry about the lighting, bro. I'm on a burner phone right now, man. So the camera's not the best, but this is what we're working with at the moment. But yeah, the truth about Try Hard, man, like my experience running Try Hard, I would say I was very passionate about it in the beginning, very excited for the possibilities to push. I was starting a movement in Cape Town. Please don't mind the frame rate doing that. I'm not sure why it's doing it. This phone is actually not the best, twin. I'm gonna get to that later, man. I'm gonna get to that later. How I ended up with this phone, twin. I'm gonna get to it. But anyways, yeah, it was very exciting, very fun. I was very passionate about the brand at first, and then it slowly started to take over more and more of my life, more and more of my time, which was fine when I was like, okay, I was problem solving at the beginning, having issues with like payment processes, it was thrilling to fix these things, come back from these things. It was thrilling to get on calls with customers, sell to them, etc. But over time, it just became my whole life, and that's not what I ever intended. I always intended for Try Hard to be something that supports my music career, as my passion is the music. So yeah, Try Hard ended up turning into something that was taking away from my time, my energy, my spirit, my passion. You feel what I'm saying? On top of that, man, throughout the months, like we were getting orders. You guys see the success, like outside from the outside perspective. 6,000 followers. We were really going up. Hella content coming out, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to stay as still as possible. Cause do you see like the frame? You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So you guys see the success from the outside, but you don't really see the struggle or the challenges that were happening on the inside, man. For example, people that ordered their tracksuits in July only got their tracksuits now in November because there were so many delays with the manufacturer. Also, there was a delay due to me as well. But it's mostly to do with the manufacturer, the frequency of orders. We're still trying to stack up the money, like in order to get the bulk, because you have to order a certain amount of tracksuits. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it was also partially due to me, man. But that did set me back. So like some of the mistakes were mine, some of the circumstances weren't really in my control, but it just ended up being a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And by the time we finally sorted the issues, like due to my mom also helping me out with paying some of the money for the bulk, due to us finally getting enough orders, we sorted those issues, paid the manufacturer, the manufacturing started, shipping done, what. It only ended up with the customers getting their orders now in the beginning or middle of November. So yeah, like this thing is real, like it's a business. You feel what I'm saying? When I had headed into it, like I was not really prepared or not fully prepared, but I don't think anyone is. I think it's still something that I love and something that I will do, you know. But at the moment, I just had to take a break from it because I was like, by the time we were getting done with these people's orders, I'm like, yeah, no, trying to find a different way of making money because this one's intense. You feel what I'm saying? People don't realize like running a successful business is very intense. A lot of the clothing brands that you see, they don't post this many days, this many weeks because it's intense. If you're trying to be consistent and trying to push and trying to grow, you have to constantly be implementing, analyzing, implementing is deep. So yeah. But yeah, so I had to take a break from the business, man. I'm not technically giving up on my business. I still believe try hard is great. I still believe there's a place for it. Just not really in the South African markets or in the state that like in the stage of life I'm in right now. I don't know how I'd make it work fully in the South African market. But that being said, though, once I was done with the brand and I was like, yo, I'm trying to find a different way to make money, bro. I was dead broke. Like, I was dead broke. And I can't lie, that shit is horrible. Like, being a young man, being dead broke, like, not being able to do anything that you want. Like, I feel like a lot of things in life are, like, locked behind money, bro. And as a young man, when you're trying to be independent, you realize that because when you're relying on your parents, they can do these things or get these things for you. But when you're trying to be like an independent man, it's really deep, dog. It's like it's really deep. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to not ask your parents for everything is deep. You feel? So I was like, nah, bro, being broke is low vibrations, twin. Like it's low vibrations. So I was like, how can I just get money, bro? Like I think I'm just ready to do the work, bro. So I printed out my CV. I was like, yo, let's go to restaurants. Let's apply, bro. Let me give my CV to the manager, speak to the manager, do a young interview, what. And yeah, I applied at different places there. For privacy reasons, I won't tell you the place that I did get in at, but you know that I spoke to the manager that same day, interviewed me. You feel what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of young people like you, they come in, they naive about it. They really excited to get the job, but they can't handle the pressure. You know, I want you to know, like, I'm not a manager that takes bullshit. This place it's fun. It's good if you put in the work. You know, you work and you get your money and you go home. You feel what I'm saying? That's the main thing, man. And he was being real. I was like, nah, I respect that, twin. Like, I respect that. You feel what I'm saying? But then, bro, I worked that first weekend. It was rough, bro. The hours on the weekend, 17 hours you in that bitch. 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., bro. The hospitality industry does not play, bro. Like, it's serious, bro. So now it was deep, bro. And now I'm working that first weekend. I'm like, okay, for sure, let me make it through this first weekend. Then I actually started as a waiter. Before I was like a runner, but I started as a waiter now. I'm serving people's orders, etc., etc., etc. I'm even going in the week because the managers told me like they want to have a meeting with me to discuss my role. What? So I'm doing overtime because I'm supposed to be part time on the weekends. You feel what I'm saying? I'm really putting in the work. I can't lie, gents. When I tell you the amount of physical strain and stress that these service like industry people go through, bro, like no, twin, it's not for me, twin. Like I'ma be so honest, bro. Like I'ma be so honest, bro. By the time I got to that second weekend, finally working as a waiter, bro, I just did that weekend, and then after that, I was like, yeah, nah, I can't lie, twin. Like this is not for me, bro. But yeah, I mean, I spoke to them. I got the money for the amount of hours I did. You feel that was enough to get me off my feet to finally, you know, just get a bit of money. You feel what I'm saying? But like, obviously, it's not sustainable for me. You know, having a job ain't for me, twin. Like, I'm not getting employed. Twin. No. I have to make it with this music stuff and with this YouTube stuff, bro. Like dead ass. This is what I'm putting my heart to. And yeah, I didn't yet quit, but like I'm not going back to that place. Cause like the hours there are crazy. The amount of stress, strain on your body is crazy. People are out here shouting at you in the kitchen, then the customer is shouting at you, and you must handle all that as a waiter, bro. It's not for me, twin. Like it's not for me. Like I respect the people that do this because they need to do this. But for me, my parents are still supporting me temporarily, like rent, groceries. Like, so I'm just gonna rather commit to my dream, really follow my passion, bro, because my parents have allowed me to do that. You feel what I'm saying? One of the other reasons why I wasn't making music within the past few months is because when I moved to Joburg, right, we did a road trip. During that road trip, I brought my monitor, my PC, my mic, everything, right? Bro, when I got to Joburg, I switch on my PC, working properly. Switch on my monitor, I just see on the screen it's broken, bro. Like it's like a part of it that's like just glitched and like I'm like, yo, boy, like what do you mean, dog? So now my whole setup, I have a mic, I have my speakers, I have everything, headphones, everything, PC, everything. I don't have a monitor to see what's going on the PC, so I can't use my PC. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that completely messed up my whole swag when it came to the music. I wasn't able to record anything for the past 2 months. But with the money from that job, I finally got the chance to really invest into a young monitor. It's not too crazy. I think it's arriving later today. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't lie. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So now we're gonna get back to recording music, back to really dropping, back to really being out here, man. I'm basically just removing everything that's been distracting me, just following my purpose that I feel was given to me by God. You feel what I'm saying? The Almighty. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's me, man. That's the part that we on. Right now, my situation is not the best. You feel what I'm saying? I'm 19. I'm starting out, man. I have the stuff that my parents bought me, which is like my whole setup. I had no monitor because it broke, and I'm not trying to ask my parents for more stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to work for my own stuff. So recently just ordered a monitor. It's still on the way with the money I got from that job as a waiter. And yeah, I have an old phone. There's also a story time behind that. My iPhone got stolen, bro. That's also why I haven't been posting like that, because bro, I feel like it's aura loss. You feel like when you go on Instagram, the camera on Instagram is trash. What? Like bro, if you're on a Samsung, the camera on Instagram is trash, boy. Like, or if you're on this phone, I don't know about old Samsung, you feel what I'm saying, but now, boy, like, I felt like, nah, I'd rather just keep silent, bro. I'd rather just stay locked in, you feel, rather than posting too many stories with 240p, boy. Like, nah, it's bad, dog. It's bad, dog. But yeah, I just got to a point where I realized, like, nah, actually, I'm trying to be authentic and be real about where my life is at and have y'all witness the journey, bro. Soon I'll have an iPhone. You feel what I'm saying? Soon, man. And soon it'll be with my own money, not with my parents' money, not with someone else buying it for me. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. So yeah, got an old phone right now. The setup is incomplete, but we currently working to fix that, man. Your boy is low key, low funds. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't say broke. I was broke. Now it's low funds, but I'm trying to get a sustainable income and raise the net worth, you feel? So we're really starting from the bottom, man. And I want to share this journey, like, in my life, man. We're starting from zero, basically, bro. Got all the people's orders to them through the business. We done with the business. I'm rebuilding from scratch, man. I'm really rebuilding from scratch, and I want you guys to follow along with the journey. This is the origin arc, bro. Trust me, bro. Y'all are gonna be like, nah. In 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're gonna be like, bro, I was here since the origin arc, twin. Like, I've been watching you. I've been listening to your music. I've been following along. That's the type of vibe we're trying to cultivate here. So I'm really documenting the journey. I'm really documenting the journey so that you guys can follow along and be part of it, man. I'm gonna be dropping new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Like, we on this YouTube stuff, we on this music stuff. I'm gonna be dropping music and music videos every 2 weeks, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm back with this shit. Like, I'm back in the game, bro. Like, it's that serious, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be consistent, fully locked in with the music, fully locked in with the YouTube, because I've cut out all other distractions from my life so I can really just go and really just get to my real passion, my real dreams, man. And yeah, if you want to follow along, if you want to be a part of the journey, man, subscribe, like the video, comment. Also, let me know if you want the story time of how I got my phone stolen, bro. Like, that was crazy, dog. That was crazy, twin. Like, I'm gonna drop those soon if I see that you guys want them. So let me know. But yeah, ending off, I learned a lot of lessons from my business, the path that I went through up until this point. I realized, like, what's really for me is the music. I definitely developed my character a lot. Having a business at such a young age, I feel like I definitely do not regret that. I built something that people align with, a movement that people believe in, man. It's not the end of try hard. We just taking a break, twin. We're just taking a break because I realized my actual passion is the music. My actual passion is creating something that aligns with someone, brings them joy, inspires them to chase their dreams. So I want to do that. And then, yeah, when it feels right for Try Hard to come back, we bring it back. So if you want to follow along with the journey, man, when it comes to music, when it comes to even this YouTube channel, man, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, because that's where you're gonna get all the stuff going on. You're gonna get the music videos every single thing. You're gonna really be able to follow along with me, understand the vision, the journey, every single thing like that, man. So yeah, peace, y'all. I appreciate you.